have 8:30 and it's not on the agenda, but I would ask you to join me with starting our meeting with the Pledge of Allegiance. Start with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you. First item on the agenda would be to approve today's agenda. Any discussion or concerns or questions on the agenda as it's provided? All those on the school boards interested in approving, signify with aye. All those opposed, same sign. Mayor's interested in approving, signify with aye. All those opposed, same sign. And supervisors giving approval, signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. And before we continue, I guess, any further, I'd just start with introduction. I think it might not hurt just to go around and introduce ourselves and who it is or what entity we represent. I'm Jason Manu, chairing the board this year. Mike Schultz. Dan Jones. Sherry Helmers. Leroy Moore. Dean Phillips. Jerry Johnson. Paul Eichert, Melvin.
Patrick DeBrace, Ashton. Scott Heatland, Harvey School.
Arlen Bedley, Ochin. Chad from Harris State Park School Board.
Dan Burton, Ochin School Board.
Sharon Walter, County Assessor. And thank you. I've been doing this for 32 years. I've never had my whole board here at once for one meeting. Wow, this is great. Thank you.
All right, next item is to approve the March 13, 2018 minutes. Here.
So moved.
We have a motion.
Was that from you?
I'll second it. Any discussion concerning the minutes from March 13, 2018. None, and I would ask the supervisors, when we vote on the minutes, please vote A in approval. Aye. Nay for not approving. How about school board members? Those in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. And mayors? Those in
Aye.
approval. And those opposed, same sign. Alright, next we have our proposed expenditures assessment expense fund. Any specific shared about that? Or?
I think if you compare it to last year, most of the line items are the same. Obviously, the salaries incorporated the same percentage that the supervisors approved for the other elected officials on this floor at least. Bike and others, of course, go along with that. Health insurance, same. All those other line items are the same almost the same as last year. We get into the data processing, that number 60, and that's where we incur a lot of expense. Schneider, they provide our GIS, if any of you have been on the website and seen all the parcel lines, the flags, those kind of things, they provide that service to us. And this is the last year that we'll be making, it was over 4 years that they digitized our urban and our road assets and our commercials and industrial. So this is the last year we'll be making that $18,000 payment. Otherwise, it's just maintenance with, and support with Schneider going forward. Solutions, that's annual, cost, that's usually pretty consistent, it went up 500. Vanguard, that's been consistent as well, that did go up 500. And then pictometry, a couple years ago, we flew, and if any of you have been on the website, you've seen our aerial maps, which are wonderful, we love them, they're a great tool. We can literally measure buildings from those maps. So this is our third payment of 3 out of 3. The first flight was 3 payments, the second flight will be another 3 payments. So this is the third payment, and the last payment was the first flight. And it may take a year or 2 before we fly again.
So we won't do that again?
We will fly again, but we're not going to turn around and fly like next year.
But the bill is still there?
The reason the bill is there is because if we sign the contract for 2 flights, then we can lock that price in. But we don't necessarily have to. We can choose when we fly again, though. But we just lock that price in.
So you can't, like, Google Earth doesn't do the same thing?
Google Earth does, yes, we use that up till we got pictometry. The resolution is different. Okay, we can, you can't zero in on like on a house, like we can with our pictometry. So, but it serves the purpose for a few years.
Well, just
yeah, I know. We love that tool, however, and we'll talk about that. When we schedule our public hearing, pictometry wants to come do a lunch and learn. So I would love for all of you to come back on the night. I'm hoping we'll do this on February 19th. We'll have our public hearing and then we'll have lunch, and they'll show us the latest and greatest with pictometry. So we'll talk about that when we get to our public hearing. And then the other caveat here is it's been 10 years since we've had Vanguard come and reappraise our grain elevators in the ethanol plant. And we're going to be getting a new manual, the Department of Revenue. By law, we have to price everything out of the Iowa manual. And we're getting a new manual in a couple of years, so it's good times for reappraising the elevators in the ethanol plant. The elevators are literally half our commercial value in this county, so we like to make sure we go through those thoroughly, at least every 10 years. And then with the new feed mill going up, it's a good time to get those all reappraised. So I'm not asking for any money at this point. We can let that go. Levying for that, we can let that go till next year because we're dropping off the GIS payment and pictometry payment. So, but I do have and I may have included that letter from Vanguard for the reappraisal in here. And so, but I would like to get that reappraisal approved, even though we're not funding it this year.
Is there more than one company that does this? Did you shop around price-wise?
Ed, they're in Iowa, and they do everything in Iowa, and they do our annual service. And when it comes to defending these things, they do all of Iowa, so they can easily come up with comparables. So
are there other people that do it?
I think you could probably get a private appraiser to do that. I did not shop around, and I have no desire to shop around. Vanguard's taking care of us and done a good job of it. And they're in every county. They have a presence in every county in the state, and they actually write the manual for the Department of Revenue. So they're very familiar with
How many years they've been doing it ever since you've had the job then, or is it?
Vanguard?
Yeah.
As far as
How many years back do you have a relationship?
yeah. Day one.
Day one.
Yeah. There used to be a company called Coval that was, in competition with them. But, all our payment software is through Vanguard. They write the manual, I mean, the list just goes on. So,
Any further discussion?
Did you figure the raise, did you figure that on at 5,000 too?
no.
Okay.
And now, correct me if I'm wrong, we don't need to give separate approval of this expense report, it would be part of the publication of the public hearing, or do you want approval for this
For the,
item?
for the,
Proposed expenditures.
I would like a separate, for the reappraisal and then for just the total expense.
Okay?
Because the question I have is like, okay, your last year's wage was 51,683. Is that right?
Plus the 5,
Yeah, plus the 5.
yeah.
And if you figure,
That's like a
That's 17, 18, 18, 19
2 Yeah.
is 53, 34.
oh,
So what you're asking for is a motion to go ahead with that reappraisal?
Right. I have a letter in sent from Vanguard that I'd like to, fund next year, even though we're not funding it this year.
So that's
What's the next line item? Do we need to give, on the agenda, we've got the expenditures assessment expense fund. Do we need to give approval to that?
Yes.
We'll go in order of the agenda, I'd be interested in. A motion concerning the identified expenditures assessment expense fund.
Motion.
Motion's approved.
I'll second.
Support from Mr. Berkman. Any further discussion or questions, comments on the assessment expense fund? I'll ask all the mayors in favor, signify with aye. Those opposed, same sign. Board supervisors, which members in favor, signify with aye. Aye. All those opposed, same sign. School board members in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Next item specifically addresses the reappraise and grain elevators and ethanol plants as provided from Vanguard. Consider approval of that.
Should we look at getting another cost estimate on that or not?
If it was any other office, we'd ask them to.
So something has to be done today?
Doesn't have to be, I don't know how long the quote is good for. Identify the date.
The other option was doing a complete commercial and industrial evaluation, and, to the tune of $125,000, and I opted not to go that route. Main Street, truck garages, those kind of things, we can handle those, we keep up on those. But elevators, half our commercial evaluation, that's a big deal, we're getting a new manual. When we convert to that new manual, I'm gonna need some Vanguard assistance anyway. So it just makes sense to have Vanguard, take care of this one. They know our county, they've been to our county, they come every year.
Maybe you should go through again, what does Vanguard supply you for that?
I mean, what does Vanguard do for you? Manuals?
Well, when they
Software.
write the manual to the Department of Revenue, all our payment software, all our pricing software, is through Vanguard. They come every year and like, you know, we have some, like when the, Santa Guard does anything out at the, you know, the chicken ranch, they come and help us with some bigger commercial industrial properties. So they're just in our county every year. So they're very efficient, they know our county, and that's, you know, part of half the battle right there. They don't have to, you know, other counties for comparable like property. I think, happen to think that that's a good value, 24/5
I'll make a motion.
Approve the contract, or the, quota contract with Vanguard, Johnson.
I'll second it.
And support. Any further discussion, questions, concerns? I'll ask all the mayors in favor of putting this, signify with aye. All those opposed, same sign. Board of Supervisor members in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. I heard. And the school board members in favor, signify with aye. All those opposed, signify with aye. The next item is approve the assessment expense fund expenditures. Consider the office staff. Motion to certify the office staff as presented here. One motion for both. Okay, you want to do this individually?
I'd like to see, I'd like to see you get a deputy. Like all the rest of the offices, maybe Mike could be the deputy on the field training. Because the scenario you presented us with earlier in the year would have left us with the auditor's office running the assessor's office because there is no deputy.
That's true.
And a county of our size, we need a deputy.
Okay, so the reason they've not appointed him as deputy is because that's extra expense. He needs hours, continuing ed, which I'm more than willing to get him right now as we go, but I get to pick and choose the class he goes to, you know, based on what he's doing, okay? And, so.
But that doesn't fix our problem.
No, so if you wanna go that route, and of course you have to take an exam before you get appointed and pass that exam.
It's gonna be a little extra expense, but we don't have the expertise or the manpower to have the auditor's office run your office.
No, you don't, you're absolutely right.
So we can't really be left holding the bag in that position. So,
Yeah.
we need a deputy in your office. All the rest of them here have a deputy in the office.
That's not accurate.
Let's say that most of them.
Yes, I agree.
I'm saying in the courthouse. Everybody in the courthouse has a deputy in their office, except for sheriffs. And given the size of our county, it's a necessity at this point that we just don't have the staff to just try to get some of their office in there.
Well, and that wouldn't mean that. Just because I don't have a deputy doesn't mean the show couldn't go on. I mean, it could go on just as it is, there's just a few things that couldn't get handled, some would have to sign off.
And I've been advised from other counties that are in similar situations that it's a very good idea
Yeah, no,
to
I'm,
have a deputy.
hey, if you want me to, appoint a chief deputy, yes, chief deputy.
That means he'd know how to do the job.
Well, not necessarily, but yeah,
Well,
chief deputy.
Yeah, it would mean that he knows how to do the job, because that's the whole point of having a deputy.
I'd say we should take a year and just talk about it, because we've gotten by this one. So, you know, some discussion would be good.
Everybody's getting close to retirement in these offices.
They're gonna get retired.
Or another better job might come along, you just never know.
You know, I think it's something to discuss, take a year to talk about it. I don't know how you guys.
Actually, meeting next three chiefs going to the class that you need to take to sit for the assessor exam. And then you'll be sitting for the assessor exam, so we can see how that plays out. Okay. So, if you want to authorize a chief deputy position, you can do that. And then at any point, I can appoint a deputy. I would be the one appointing a deputy, but you have to authorize the position.
And that would have to be on the agenda to do so, I would imagine.
We can do that in public hearing.
Does the expense report cover the classes and the necessary for that?
But Sharon, just so I understand the conversation here, he's gonna be sitting for the exam and know whether he's gonna be able to, if he fails the exam, then,
Right.
okay.
The requirements have changed to appoint an assessor. The Department of Revenue used to administer a test twice a year. We had to go down and pass a 4-hour exam, even be considered to be appointed an assessor. And then we have to have some appraisal experience. There's some other things with that. But now you have to take this assessment laws and taxation and review class, pass that, and then you can sit for the assessor exam, which is being offered at community colleges now in Proctor. So, but there's
But right now, he's sitting for the class and he's scheduled to take the exam, but if he fails either one, then,
well, he has to pass the class next week.
yeah.
Yeah, that he has to do, and that's not, if he doesn't pass next week, which he will, he's been in this office a long time, and he's double homework until pass.
But
He's not offered again until next summer, so.
But they also want you to have like 5 to 7 years or something of field appraisal experience and even sit for the exam.
No, not to sit for the exam.
In order to be qualified?
To take an assessor position elsewhere, you can get a regular certification or a provisional.
Because O'Brien County's been without one since May.
O'Brien County has been without one.
Because they've had a really hard time filling that position because the state changed the requirements.
That's part of the problem. I don't understand what's going on, totally what's going on over there, but there's several jurisdictions without an assessor. So, anyway, yeah, I think he's gonna have to, if we appoint a chief deputy, he needs 90 hours of continuing ed in the next 6 years.
Well, I guess my question was, number one, he's got, if he doesn't pass the exam.
Next summer, then it's his next chance, so, yeah, but we can, we'll know by the public hearing.
I think that's a valuable discussion to have. Currently, the assessment expense fund does not reflect the ability to do that. I'm not sure how we proceed in light of that, since we just approved to go to a public hearing with the expenses identified.
It's gonna take a year's discussion when heard of that. That way we know if he passes.
Well, and you know, if he passes the exam, you don't have to appoint your deputy this year, you can wait till next year. Look at that, it seems to me, you gotta wait till he passes the exam before you.
Because then we can do the financials too, so there's money for the school.
We did identify an 8:45 supervisors meeting as well, so let's can we give the certification to the office staff? Mike Kruger, field appraiser, and Sherry Stanton, clerk. Motion from Mr. Jones.
Support.
Is that Jerry?
No. Yeah.
Second. Supervisors in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
All those opposed, same sign. Mayors in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. And school board members in favor signify with aye.
Aye.
And those opposed, same sign. Thank you. Last, petition of declaratory order.
Yes. Just a side note here, these wind towers have been around long enough now that they're having to get rebuilt and repaired. And as the law stands right now, we can't capture any of that valuation. So we just have to keep assessing them at 30% of acquisition, which doesn't change, even though they're rebuilding them and making them better. And so I've joined with Pocahontas County the, Department of Revenue to look into this and advise us to see if we can just capture this valuation. As they improve those, so that's just a thing.
Hard to talk to your legislators and let them know that that's really not an approach taken in other areas, so not what we want to see continue.
Yeah. So, yeah, anyway, I don't have anything further on that, just letting you know that we're pursuing.
And you were identifying February 19th as the
Yeah.
date for setting the public hearing?
Right. Like I said, I don't know, we usually only have these meetings in the morning, like 8:30, but anybody be able to comment, say at like 11:30 on February 19th? No? Don't know.
The opportunity for the town to
Seems
treat
good. Or-
would be
No,
very
it's good.
helpful.
Didn't read it. Okay. So, no, that,
I never know.
yeah.
I can't.
Sherry. Okay, so I could have, I mean, I don't wanna leave anybody out, I could have a quorum if Dean and Jerry and that works for you guys, it's a meeting date and.
Of interest in everyone, or?
Well, I didn't wanna, if any of the school board and the mayor could come back, I didn't wanna have them come twice. First for the public hearing, then come at lunch for the lunch and learn.
Give Tom to
So, right, not just
Presentation.
gonna be here, just give a demonstration. And so I just thought it's your normal meeting day, you guys would be here, of course, but if any of the rest of the board could be here, you know, I'd like that, and
Take a motion for when to set the public hearing, is 11:30 on the 19th? Something that we would like to place as a motion.
I'll make that motion.
Mr. Jones? Mr. Moore? Supervisors in favor of Leroy Moore. February 19th at 11:30 a.m. Let's get that right. Supervisors in favor, signify with aye. Aye. Those opposed, same sign. Mayors in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. School board members in favor, signify with aye.
Aye.
Those opposed, same sign. Thank you, everyone. The last item would be to adjourn. Do we have interest in that?
I make motion.
Johnson.
I'll second it.
Mr. Kelly. All those in favor, signify with aye. All those opposed, same sign. Thank you, everyone.
thank you.
Have fun.
Yeah, I will.
How long are you gonna be in next year? Just a couple of days?
Yeah.
Only have 2 more weeks.